This is an ABC News special report.
Good afternoon. I'm Rachel Scott at ABC headquarters here in New York. We are coming on the air at this hour with breaking news. President Biden has just announced that he is ending his re-election bid. Just moments ago, the president tweeted out, "It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision."
Governor, it's a pleasure to meet you, and it's a pleasure to be with you. First of all, thank you for doing this, and looking forward to this, Mr. President.
Thank you, Joe.
The American people have a right to have a say in who the Supreme Court nominee is. If you need any more proof positive of how bad the economic theories have been, this excessive deregulation, the failure to oversee what was going on, letting Wall Street run wild, I don't think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen now. So I don't think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen now. I don't think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen now. I don't think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen now.
Recent history and look at Joe Biden in 2012 and Joe Biden in 2016 and Joe Biden today. You decide.
He sent me 2 letters saying, by the way, can you send me some stimulus money for companies here in the state of Wisconsin? We sent millions of dollars.
Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
Now they got a new plan. Trust me, it's not going to cost you any more. Folks, follow your instincts on this one.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the go. You know the thing.
They put one foot in front of the other. They keep going. That's the unbreakable spirit of the people of America. That's who we are.
And Representatives Shirley Jackson Lee, Al Green, Sylvia Garcia, Lizzie Pinelli, Pinell, and what am I doing here? I'm going to lose track here.
What am I doing here? I'm losing track again. This is not a medical diagnosis. I'm not a doctor. I won't play one on TV. But it's pretty clear, transparent, it's obvious. That's not the same guy.
We do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now, not out of a liberal instinct for love, brother, and humanity, although I think that's a good instinct, but for simple, pragmatic reasons. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society.
Were I a Jew, I would be a Zionist. And my father pointed out to me, I did not need to be a Jew to be a Zionist, for I am. Israel is essential to the security of Jews worldwide.
So Manish, how are you, man? Well, good to see you. As you know, I got a lot of support from you, Cindy.
That's where, and more to come, I think.
Yeah,
so,
no, I've had a great relationship.
Right.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. Oh, Gigantic.
Excited for you. Because you're the one that
I met with a group.
I've got a lot of thanks to give out here. First and foremost to my perfect wife.
We met before. It's hard to forget those eyes.
Wait, no, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, so we'll
Right
five.
over here. There you go. You can put it away if you want. I love what you said to my mom. That was wonderful. My mom believed it.
1 minute, Angel. Do you want to hold it? Here, lollipop. It's going to come in your
got
mouth.
us all?
Just look at the camera, and you're going to have lollipop. It's going to go in your mouth right after, like right after.
Keep going. You're going to stand right next to me. And then we're going to have...
There you go.
Got it? Okay.
And if you want the back, you can spread out a little bit.
Welcome to the front row. You remember what I told you? No, not smile. No date till you're 30. Hey, Angel, how old are you? You're 12. What's your name? How are you? The problem is, you know, you guys, you got a hard time. You know what I mean? All right, sister. I like kids better than people.
Yeah. Can you get some over here?
Sure.
Okay.
Grandpa's one of those guys.
That's nice of you to say.
No, I'm not saying it. He knows it. Do you know what my dad used to say? His granddaughters have one important job.
You called your opponent an existential threat. On a call a week ago, you said it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. There's some dispute about the context, but I think you appreciate that
I didn't say
words matter.
crosshairs. I was talking about focus on. Look, the truth of the matter was, what I guess I was talking about at the time was, there's very little focus on Trump's agenda.
Yeah, the term is bullseye.
It was a mistake to use the word. I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye. I meant focus on him. Focus on what he's doing.
Kamala Harris is the first Indian American U.S. Senator. The state attorney general took on another Democrat, Loretta Sanchez, for the seat.
I'm going to say it since y'all scared to say it. Kamala Harris is not black. She is not a black woman. She's an Indian woman. Just look at her. Y'all always trying to claim somebody that don't really want to claim you. She didn't become black until she ran for president. She don't even, you see how awkward she is? She is awkward dancing. She's awkward when she speaks about our issues. She has no idea. Did you look at her husband and her kids? She's not a black woman, okay? I guess if somebody can be a man, somebody can be a woman that's not a woman and not a man, I guess she could be black. Y'all picked two of the worst candidates. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled. They're not going to do nothing for black people. This is symbolism, identity politics at its best. Kamala Harris, if you look at her record, you would have saw she is one of the worst candidates. Her and Jim Crow Joe. You will get nothing out of this president. See, whatsoever, but feel good, just like you got with the so-called black president, Barack Hussein Obama. This is not a black woman. Mad Ninjas.